it is now time, one more time this season, to do our predictions. And Chris isn't with us tonight. He's enjoying some family here on the holiday break, so we are so thankful that he joined us the other night to break down the history and statistics of this game. Very interesting. 25 years between games between the Tigers and the Buckeyes. All right, you guys know the drill by now. Down in the comments section, if you're watching this video on YouTube, give your score prediction. If you happen to hit the exact score, be the first one to predict the exact score, you will win some free OHIO podcast merchandise. All right, Aaron, here we go. Chris's prediction was 34-24 Buckeyes over the Tigers. Aaron, you are at 31-20. I am the closest one here. I'm at 24-23. Now let me explain my score here, okay? New quarterback. Some very first start is in a bowl game against the number 9th ranked team in the country. They had no opt-outs. They do have a couple injuries, but they have had no opt-outs. I think this is going to be a very close game. I think we get out to a lead. We have to hold on at the end. The defense is going to need to win this thing. We're going to need a big stop. Maybe they take the lead over 23-20 or something like that, and we kick a field goal, hopefully to win it at the end of the game as opposed to kicking one and missing it. I think it's going to be very close. You're not so close. Why is that?
I don't have confidence that their defense is going to be able to stop what we're doing. Two of the key players you mentioned that are out is their best linebacker and one of their better DBs. They're already not great at coverage, and without their best linebacker, I'm not sure how well that's going to do stopping the run, because that's a big difference maker. When your whole defense is set up to plug holes or gaps with your D-line, and then the secondary / linebackers come to clean it up. Well, if you don't have that, the next man up, I know you hate that phrase, but if they don't have that, that's good news for Travion or whoever else, Dallin Hayden, whoever's running the ball, that's good news. Plus, I understand where you're coming from. We don't know really what Devin's capable of either. But there's a reason that he's starting. There's a reason the team is rallying around him.
Yes, they are.
I have to believe that clearly they know something we don't. They're at practice. They're in the locker room. They're gelled. You know what I mean? Like he's played all year. Like Kyle McCord was never there almost. And I have supreme confidence that type of team, atmosphere and culture, that's going to really shine through for us. And I think that they're going to finish this season the way they wanted to do it, and that's with a dominant win at the end.
Okay. I hope you're right. Here's some of my concerns. I'm concerned Ryan Day is going to be conservative Ryan Day.
That's always a concern.
New quarterback, first start. He's going to try to jam the football, run the football, square peg through a round hole over and over and over again. It's going to be frustrating because they're going to load the box. We're not going to get the push up front, and it's going to look discombobulated. That is my concern. If we see aggressive Ryan Day again for his second straight year, play calling in the bowl game, I'm also going to be frustrated because I'm like, how can you do the mental gymnastics in your head to go from conservative in the game, lose, take 2 to 3 weeks off thinking about it, and come out uber aggressive in the bowl game every time and look completely different? Either way, I'm going to be frustrated. I'm hoping I'm more frustrated about that than I was the latter. So I can see a scenario, Aaron, where we come on Saturday. We all decide we need to do an emergency podcast on Saturday, and we all ask the question of why wasn't Devin Brown starting from day number 1? That is a possibility in this game, man. And what leads me to think that is everything you just mentioned. The way this team seems to be rallying around this guy at practice, the good vibes we're getting from people. Like, it almost makes you feel like this was the one the players wanted to get that starting position.
Yeah. Well, you guys talked about it a lot throughout the season, man, when you and Chris went to the practices over the summer, and you've talked about it several times how much better he looked than Kyle McCord, or, just whatever the difference was, he had it, but somehow McCord got the job anyway. So, I can't disagree with what you're saying. The players are behind him. There's a reason for that.
That's not the only storyline here in Devin Brown, Ryan Day. I think quietly what's not being mentioned is Jim Knowles and the job he's done this year and the bad taste in that defense's mouth from Ann Arbor.
Oh,
They
yeah.
didn't play bad that game, Aaron.
No, they played really well.
They just couldn't get off the field on 2 drives. That really hurt them. But they played well enough to win that football game if the offense wouldn't have put them in bad situations to begin the game, and number two, if the offense would have actually generated some more offense and sustained drives a little bit better, then I think the defense probably would have held them to under 20 points. What was the final score? 26-20? It's not like they blew us out.
No, I think it was 30-26.
Was it 30? I'll
30
have to
to
look it up.
26, something
Let me
like
look it up
that.
real fast.
Doesn't matter. It was a tight game. And I'll be real with you, man. I think it had more to do with
30-24. 30-24.
Okay. All right. I just think it had more to do with the fact that the offense couldn't stay on the field. It had more to do with that, in my opinion, than it did the defense not being able to get off. Because if the defense can only do so much, and they did their job the whole game
Right.
until the very end, and they're going to get gassed. They're going to get tired because they were getting pounded because Michigan was just running the ball. So I think it had a lot to do with the offense not being able to stay on the field.
Yeah. I think Missouri is going to have a very similar game plan offensively, and I think Ohio State is going to defensively absolutely refuse to let that happen again
Yeah.
in this game. I really do feel like the defense is coming to play. That's why I said 24-23 to me seems around the ballpark of where I think this game is going to be, because I'll be shocked if Missouri scores 30 or more, even though they do have a in their eyes a powerful offense. No one has been able to do that. Now, the whole ideology of, well, 3 yards in a cloud of dust in the Big Ten is kind of the mindset that people have who aren't around the Big Ten. There's a lot of spread offense being played in the Big Ten now. There's a lot of pro style offense being played. There's a lot of motions and shifts and mismatches that are made. Ohio State this year, through all of that, has answered the bell defensively every single game. Even that game in Ann Arbor, I still believe that. I don't think this is any different. I really don't. That's why I think it's going to be a close game. And if somehow offensively we look like we have in the past, just not this season, and we're going to be in the high 30s, 40 points, it's game over. Turn the lights out. I don't think they have a chance.
Yeah, and that's just what I think is going to happen, man. I just think they're going to be hyped. The Buckeyes, that is, they're going to be hyped for this game. They want to go out with a win, and they want it to be a big win. And I 100% agree with what you said. There's no way that Missouri will do what Michigan did. I don't think the team pride. It's not even about the state of Ohio. I know that's what they're saying, and that's cool. That sounds great. Maybe it is the case. But when you go and step on the field, you're doing it for the guys that you spend 24/7 with through the season, through the off season, when you stay in the dorms or wherever you stay at, the athlete dorms, apartments, whatever. That's who you're doing it for. These guys are brothers. They did not reach their goals. They're going to reach this one.
If they don't, then we have some serious questions that we need to start asking.
Yes, we do. And it starts with the portal,
Mm-hmm.
along with some cultural things. But
Yep. Absolutely. And we will address those, but I'm hoping we don't have to. I'm hoping we have a victorious um, game at the Cotton Bowl. We go 3-0 in the Cotton Bowl. We're 2-0 in the Cotton Bowl right now. Ryan Day's 0-2 against SEC teams, so he needs to break that streak. And we come back, and I can be mad about other things. Either way, I'm going to be frustrated and mad. I already know that.
Life of a Buckeye fan, right?
Yeah, that's right. Please like, share, subscribe. We really do appreciate it. If you're listening to the audio version, please give us a 5-star review. Really does help the channel and gets us into the earbuds of Buckeye fans, much like yourself. If you haven't already, please go over to our channel and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are only just a couple away from 800, and then we can begin the off-season push to reaching 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're so close, so we really do appreciate each and every single one of you who have done that. And if you've lasted to this portion of the video all the way to the very end, pat yourself on the back. You are a true Buckeye fan. Aaron, enjoy the Cotton Bowl, my man.
Hey, you too, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. Till next time, be kind to one another. I owe someone's OH. Sing Carmen High with all your heart. OH!
I-O!